Hey, what's up you guys? It's Scott with Everyday Home Repairs, and today I'm going to show you how to upgrade kitchen cabinets to soft close hinges. I'm going to use this 30-inch upper cabinet as a demo and show you how to replace a pretty typical concealed cabinet hinge and upgrade that to a soft close hinge. So whether you have damaged hinges like we did, where the doors would actually stay ajar because they would not close completely on their own, or you're just looking to do an upgrade. Either one of those is going to work. And these are the Bloom 39Cs. They are matched to our cabinets. I did all the measurements. If you want some guidance on how to get the correct measurements, I will go ahead and link a video up top, and that will walk you through how to get your measurements, the two key measurements that you're going to need to make sure you're ordering the right hinges. I found to save a few dollars, I got these off of Amazon. So the cost of each one of these was about $2.75. I've seen between $2.50, $3. So for a pretty reasonable price, you can upgrade your entire kitchen to soft close, and I really like the features of this Bloom. So if that's something you're looking to do, stick around. I'll jump in and show you step by step how to install the soft close hinges. All right, the tools for this job, you're looking at an electric drill or screwdriver. This one you might not have. This is a self-centering drill bit, and I'll put a link in the description on a specific one that I got. This is a 5/64, and what it does, it'll center that drill bit within the hinge, so you can make sure that your pilot holes for the new wood screws are all lined up. Standard Phillips head screwdriver, side cutters, that's right, side cutters. You might be wondering, what the heck do I need those for? But stick around, I'll show you. And then obviously your hardware. So just counting out all your hinges, making sure you have those ready to roll. So let's jump into it. So now we'll remove the cabinet doors to get started on this project. This is best as a two-person job, but if you're by yourself, just take your time, make sure you got a good hold on the cabinet, and then so we don't damage those even before we get started. Now once you get them removed, place them on a flat surface, and now we'll actually get the old hinges out of the door. I'm going to reuse the hardware because the new Bloom hinges did not come with new hardware, so I'm just taking my time and making sure I don't strip any of those screws. But once the screws are out, you can just wiggle back and forth lightly, and the concealed hinges should come right out of the doors. All right, so now for the reason why we have the side cutters. You can see here when I tried to install the new hinges, the little plastic plug for the old screw mounting points gets in the way. So with some nice sharp side cutters like the ones I have here, you can easily just trim off the plastic lip. So then that will get to a flush surface for the install of the new concealed hinges. So the first one comes off pretty easily. For all of these steps, I would just take your time because these projects get a lot longer when you start to damage the existing door. So now they're both off, and you can see it's a nice flat surface. So I'm using a speed square here just to make sure that the hinge is aligned before I start to drill the holes with the centering drill bit. Once you have everything lined up, go ahead and get a good hold on both the square here and also the hinge, and then start to drill your hole. Again, you can do this with just a 5/64 drill bit, but if you have a centering bit or you want to purchase one for this project, I think it would help you out. So with both of those holes drilled, now I'm using, again, those wood screws that are from the old hardware. And because this is not a solid wood door, I'm taking my time to get the threads started before I start to screw it down, just to make sure that I don't have any issues with cross-threading or really wallering out any of those holes. where it's going to, again, extend out the project. So this one worked out well, and we'll tighten it down and then move on and get the rest of the hinges done. All right, so we got all the new soft close hinges installed on both of the doors. So let's jump up here and hang the doors on the frame. So if you do have somebody that can lend you a hand, it'd really help for them to hold the door up while you get these screws screwed into the frame. Here I am doing it by myself, so I'm going to hold the door up. I'm going to get the Phillips head with the screw on it, and then with one hand I'm going to start the screw, and obviously this takes a little bit of a balancing act. So start the screw in there and then start getting it threaded. I'm going to let the cabinet basically rest on the lowest position, and I'm not going to tighten it all the way because I'm going to jump down to this bottom one and make sure I can get it aligned and started, and then screw this one in as well and get them both then tightened down before moving on to the right hand door. Now a little different look here for the right hand door, just to give you a different perspective. Again, a bit of a balancing act, so I'm holding it up with that top hinge aligned, balancing it, and then starting to thread it in with one hand, and then getting the bottom ready to go. And if you have somebody around, it's going to help you out a lot, but you can do this. It is doable by yourself as well. So get those all set up, and then we'll go ahead and check our alignment of the door, see what adjustments we need to make. All right, so now looking at the bottom surface, you can see the left hand is slightly lower than the right hand. So I'm going to make a small adjustment just to get both of these cabinet doors aligned up. So on the left hand side, to make a vertical adjustment, all you're needing to do is loosen up those main mounting screws. So loosen up the bottom one, get a secure hold on the cabinet, and then you'll loosen that top one where you'll make the adjustment, and in my case going slightly up in the vertical direction so I can get the doors to align, and then just tighten everything back up and then check the two doors. All right, so I'm pleased with that result. Now the left and right are both in the same vertical position. Next up, I will check the gap. What you're going to want to see is a consistent gap from top to bottom. This one looks good. Now, if you don't see a consistent gap, just adjust this screw here on either the top or bottom hinge, and you'll be able to get that consistent gap between the two doors. And that's all there is to it. You're probably looking at about 10 to 15 minutes per cabinet. And for these type of hinges for Bloom, the 39Cs, it was $12 per cabinet to get them upgraded to soft close. The operation I'm really happy with. They're smooth, they don't hang too long, but they get a nice smooth soft close. So a few more things for you. If you have any questions or just want to put comments, don't forget, jump down there, and the more questions and the more we talk through these projects, the better the video actually is, because it's more situations and scenarios, as I'm only covering one type of cabinet and really one or a few situations. And then in the description for the self-centering drill bit for the exact Bloom hinges that I used, go ahead and check out the description. We'll get all the links down there for you. Appreciate you guys stopping by. If you like these sort of videos, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like, and we'll catch you on the next one.